Hi everyone. I could have chosen a better location to do this, but let's not talk about that. My goal in life earlier was to give this exam called JEE Advanced, but that did not work out. Only after that didn't work out did I apply to US universities. The exam was in October and most of the priority deadlines for US universities were in November. I applied to only 4 universities in Texas that fit my likings, but very surprisingly, I got a full ride to one of them, University of Houston, and this video is about that. My friend is in Texas for his undergrad, and he told me this thing about Texas public universities. So usually there's 3 kinds of fees that you can pay to an institution: in-state, out-of-state, and international fees. In-state is half of the out-of-state and international fees, and out-of-state and international are same, but sometimes international is even more. Now the scheme in Texas is that if you get at least $1,000 of scholarship from the university, scholarship, not grant based on your financial situation, scholarship, then you will be waived the out-of-state tuition and be considered for in-state, so you'll basically be saving half. That is why I applied to Texas universities, public. And then I realized I could have applied to more universities that offered full rides, but 1, it was too late, and 2, I am genuinely happy with University of Houston. The full scholarship process at UH is, I think all full ride scholarships at different institutions are unique to the institutions. So here in my university, I do have notes here, which is why I'm glancing. It's called the Tier 1 scholarship, and you have to apply for it separately. You have to be admitted by the time you're applying for that full ride, and there's 2 steps. First one is to apply for the scholarship, where they ask essays and all of that. And the second is the interview stage. The first one is the essay, the scholarship essay, which is basically, why do you want to go to the University of Houston? My essay was good because my dad and I and everyone in the family had polished it, but it wasn't like too many cooks spoil the broth. It was good. It was a team effort, so it was really good. But I didn't cheat or anything, I was dealing with the IIT mess, so it's fine. I just took inputs from everyone, which is perfectly allowed. The question was, why do you think you belong at UH? And I just said that my core values align with the core values of the university, giving specific examples, and I think that worked. Apart from the essay, they ask for a resume, which includes your stats, which are GPAs, test scores, and letters of recommendation, extracurriculars, volunteer activities. What else do we have? Honors, awards, etc. Stats, I got a 700 in Sate English and 780 in maths. I could have gotten 800, but I'll not talk about that. And I did write SAT subject tests just before they were cancelled. I wrote maths 2, physics and chemistry, and I got 800 and 800 in maths 2 and physics, and a 790 in chemistry. GPA, in 9th and 10th I was in one school, and there I had a GPA of 4.0, and in 11th and 12th grade I was in another school where I had a GPA of a 4.0. Extracurriculars. I had an on and off relationship with Bharatanatyam and Indian classical dance, but I'm not a pro by any means. but I included that as a major extracurricular. I know that a lot of my friends going to UH now have even done like Arangetram. I haven't even done that, but I've included that as a major extracurricular. Then I went to around 3 Model United Nations, which made me realize how utterly unaware I am about the world, and that I'm also not as good as I thought I was at socializing. I did do karate and horse riding for a while, and by while I mean 1 year, so I didn't include them because I don't think they show any commitment. I was a student member, I think. Yeah, I do have the badge, so I remember it. It's student member of the English club at Narayana in 9th and 10th. There I realized that I could write poems. I did submit one of my poems to NASA for their space settlement contest, but my poem was about space, not about space settlement, so nothing happened. I didn't win any awards or anything, but I liked the poem I wrote. So yeah, that's it. If you're an international applicant, I think the admissions committee knows not to expect too much on the extracurriculars part, as long as you have good stats. So have good stats and try to have 1 or 2 like long-term extracurricular activities, just to show that you weren't only studying in high school, you also had other engagements. I think they want to see that. All this got me shortlisted into the interview round, which for me was going to be from 2:30 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. in the morning, so I didn't sleep that night. I had to stay awake, I mean. It was around 80 people on a common Zoom call. For about an hour, they were talking about their honors college, and then the actual interview lasted for about 25 minutes when we were put into different breakout rooms. I think there were around 2 or 3 people getting interviewed, and 1 or 2 current tier 1 scholars and 1 professor. The current scholars and the professors were asking the questions and we had to answer. I think my answer for why University of Houston was really good because I went on for about quite some time, so I think they liked that, and I think I was able to connect with my professor and the current scholars. They just make everyone feel that. But I don't know, it was a fun experience overall. I liked it. Majorly they're just judging your personality, if you're like a good student, if they feel you have the potential to could do something for the university, not just for yourself, and if they just like your persona, your drive and all of that stuff, you're in. By the end of Feb, I got an email that said I was a tier 1 scholar. Yay! And for prospective students, I think advice would be to maintain a consistently good GPA in high school and do good in your SAT, because otherwise I don't think your resume will be opened further. It's like the bar. They see your scores and then your extracurriculars. So, and look like a nice person during the interview, I was very nervous because I didn't know how to talk, if I should just be myself or be a little bit better than myself. I think that's a good idea. So I took a couple of Cambly sessions to get adjusted to talking to people who don't have the same accent as mine. That helped a lot. And also do your research before applying to colleges. There are so many universities that offer full rides or are at least committed to making college affordable. Try to apply to those along with your dream schools if money is a factor for you. Final thoughts. I am just incredibly honored to be receiving the scholarship. After the IIT fiasco, this seemed too good to be true. So I have checked with the Financial Aid and Scholarships Office multiple times, and it is true. I have received the scholarship, so I'm just excited and happy to be going to UH. Go Cougs!